Welcome to Heroes of the Helm. In a moment, I'll introduce our adventurers, but before that, a quick word. Heroes of the Helm is a Dungeons & Dragons show. In addition to gameplay, after the show, we'll reenact fun and exciting scenes to put later in the episode. So what exactly is Dungeons & Dragons or D&D? We'll check this out.
Dungeons & Dragons is a game about storytelling. You and your friends create characters that will embark on quests, engage in battles, and discover hidden treasure. In a fantasy setting where anything's possible, your only limit is your ability scores. A dungeon master will facilitate with rules, maps, monsters, and villains. All you need is dice. This show is our story. This is Heroes of the Helm.
Hello, my name is Chris, and I'll be your dungeon master for the night. Now, let's meet the players of Heroes of the Helm.
Hi, I'm Angel Andriula. My character is Arden Bluestone. He's a youngish half-elf wizard who hails from a remote village. Arden didn't go to school. Instead, he learned magic from a traveling wizard.
Hello, my name is China, and my character is Karita Rosewood. She's an elf druid. She was inspired to be the protector of her forest, which means that she will take any means necessary to keep it safe.
Hi, my name's Arden. My character's name is Marcus Alistar. He's a barbarian war chief, and his wife became trapped in a magical artifact, and he's seeking knowledge to free her.
All right, then. So, the three of you are all traveling together and find yourselves at a tavern off on the side of a beautiful, large lake. After a long night of merriment and drinking, most of the patrons have shuffled off into their rooms. Only you three still tell tales of adventure to the barkeep as he refills your mugs one last time. Just then, the door to the Triplets Tavern slams open. Rain pours through the sunken wooden arch, and in slumps a dark, hunched figure. Lightning strikes the lake in the distance, and you can see his side is soaked in blood. Stumbling a few feet further, he looks up, his eyes panged with fatigue and anxiety, as he reaches forth and says, "You three, I plead for the help of men-at-arms. I have been robbed of house and health, but more importantly, my wife lays at the hands of brigands. I dare not think what fate has befallen her. Hear my tale, and mayhaps ye come to my aid." He's clutching the door frame feebly.
So Arden basically bolts over to him and tries to just carry him over there.
You help him over to the bar, and the barkeep.
Yeah.
The bartender sends for a warm blanket and immediately pours the man a very tall drink. And he cups it feebly to himself, he's huddled in this blanket before beginning his story. He starts to go on. "Oh, my Amelia, oh, my sweet Amelia. So bright was she, how could I not fall for her? Had I only known her interest in magic would lead us here. You see, I met this girl, as sharp as a vorpal sword, a mind for magic. But me, without a single magical bone in my body, I was at a loss of how to woo her. Remembering my late uncle Balfour was a true arcanist." The barkeep interrupts and goes, "You mean old Balfour, Blueleaf, the crazy summoner who lives on the hill at the top of the lake? He's your uncle?" "Well, he's my late great-uncle, but yes, and I, Coldjaw Blueleaf, the sole inheritor of his estate. Now, in my youth, I knew it to be an emporium of magical ends and oddities, a tales of which pleased Amelia to no end. But it was all lost when Balfour disappeared, supposedly sealing his treasures away behind his magic circle. No one in the family could unravel his secrets, and so we left the house into disrepair. However, Amelia, she believed it possible that she could reveal old Balfour's secrets, and by the gods, she did, my love. On the night of her success, though, we had a mob of unwanted guests. A band of brigands kicked in the door. Grabbing my family blade, I tried to buy as much time as possible for her to seal herself inside, my only hope being that she would escape. As I drew attention away from them, I fled to the cliffside, and in a final bid for retreat, I threw myself over the edge, plummeting down to the rocks below."
Are you okay?
I'm
You're bleeding a lot.
wet and bleeding, but I'll be fine. But the next thing that I remember is the large reptilian tail in the ocean, the lake sinking beneath and below, and the barkeep interrupts it again. The beast had disappeared? Surely you exaggerate, sir. All the people know that this is just a tale of the monster of the lake. It's truly a rumor just to upset rival fishermen. The man sighs to himself and says, I know not what I truly saw in my haze, only that I was still alive. A miracle that I survived the fall at all. I crawled up the beach and traveled for 4 days, finding myself here, hoping that maybe someone could help me, to help save my beloved. He's panting and out of
I'd
breath.
like to take a check at his. I would like to look at his wounds real quick and try to bandage him up if he has. Any.
Sure.
He's been bleeding for 4 days.
All right, hold on.
Take over my spell book. What
Where-
giant lizards live in the lake?
Where's the estate that you're speaking of?
The estate. It's not far from here. It just took me a really long time because of my wounds. It'll take, if you left now, you'd be there by morning. It's up the hill. It's not too far from here. It's off to the east. When the road travels upward at a slope, you should make your way there and no trouble.
All right then. I'd like to order one drink before getting ready to leave.
Okay, you order a drink for yourself?
Indeed.
Okay, so you order yourself a drink. It says, surely I could pay you if you must coerce you to go.
Would you be willing to share some of those arcane secrets? I grin wryly.
Yes, of course. Anything that you find there that's not furniture or tied down is yours.
Okay, well, it won't take much. It doesn't belong to me. One more question. What defenses did your uncle have, if you know any? I need to prepare my magic.
The house it's been in disrepair for a long time. We've just started renovating again, so there's not much left. You should consider leaving soon.
Relief.
All right.
Yes.
And with that, we will be right back after a small amount of commercials. Please stay tuned with us, and we'll be back shortly. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen.
So for entertainment today, I'm going to talk about Black Friday, Dancing with the Stars, and Star Trek. All right, everyone's buzzing about the cast announcement that CBS just made for Star Trek Discovery. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. I don't know how Chelsea does it. Guys, let's get some ideas for this week's episode. Bonnie, did you have a guest idea? And Jess, did you have an idea for the music segment?
Want to watch a movie? Go to WTOP10.com and select Movies on Demand. You can find some of your old favorites and some new ones too. And it's free on campus. Watch and enjoy.
New set,
New time.
news at 9.
News, Sunday through Thursday, only on WTOP 10.
Hello, and welcome back to Heroes of the Helm. Where we last left off, our adventurers had just found a rather shaken and battered man who has stumbled his way into the inn. He has asked the players to help him save his wife on top of the house on the hill. So do you make your way out of there, or do you want to buy any last things?
No,
I'm ready.
immediately go to the house.
You immediately go to the house.
Yep.
Hey, wait, Scarita, what do you think that lizard thing might be? I'm trying to flip through my book, and can I make an Arcana check to see what that weird creature in the lake might be?
Oh, you want to roll an Arcana check then?
Yeah, just, I don't know if it's a folktale or... There's always a grain of truth in everything. That would be 15.
15, you know that Balfour, the wizard in the area that he speaks of, we've heard of him a little bit, but you mostly just know him to be a legendary summoner. who's rumored to be. Maybe something was left over as a remnant is kicking around the lake. But there's no real proof of anything.
Oh no, extraplanar entities are not nice. Oh boy.
Now, hopefully, you won't have to go for a swim. So you set off immediately. So you make your way, you head east. And as you travel, the sun begins to rise as you hit the old orchard path. There is an orchard at the Blue Leaf Estate, which is another one of Blue Leaf's odd quirks that you would know about.
Ooh, apples.
Having easily found the overgrown trail, you dig your boots into freshly wet soil. The forest is buzzing with life this morning. But before you realize the trail takes a steep turn upward. That's when you, Ivy, notice a rather sickly-looking tree dripping of ichor from its leaves. Then another, and yet again, another tree covered in small boils that are growths of blue-black sap. No birds chirp here as you arrive to the crumbling black moss-covered walls of the Blue Leaf Estate. A gate swings agape, rusted off its hinges by ages, shrieking a metallic song beckoning you onward. In the distance, you spot a shingled roof and spire of the manor proper, yet still a small stretch of apple orchard lay between you and your final destination. Here, the trees not only look sickly, but are rather melting into a weeping fountain of goop and blue-black blisters bubbling up from their roots.
That is very, very concerning. I'm gonna inform you guys that something is not right here.
Ooh, cool trees.
Yeah.
I'll take a sample.
You take a sample?
Yes.
With what?
An empty flask.
You have an empty flask. You take a sample.
Yes.
It makes a splort into your vial as it drips from one of the leaves. It's quite sickly.
Ew.
Is there a perception check, I guess? I'm going to look for a stick. I want to try and see if it's acidic.
Okay.
That's a 12 first.
You find a stick.
Cool. I'm going to take it and sort of poke the goop.
Okay, and you poke the goop. It's just extremely sticky and
okay, so
nasty.
it's not acidic.
No.
All right.
It's quite gross. You hear from behind one of these trees, I was not expecting visitors in my garden so soon. A half-orc dressed in twisted thorns and robes steps out from behind one of these sickly trees. But it is no matter. You shall be the first to witness the rise of my minions. He takes his staff and stamps it on the ground, which then turns into a flaming, thorned little pygmy-like creature. And then from some of these trees burst forth creatures covered in goop. They appear to look like zombies to you.
Okay.
Oh no. I draw my blade.
Everyone
I
can
sheath my sword.
Roll for initiative. And this is a quite open space that you have here.
Awesome.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's excellent.
I got a 20 for initiative.
You got a 20 for initiative. Okay.
Did you roll
See,
that
put
20?
yourselves
Yeah.
Within here.
yeah,
Okay.
closer.
Oh.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, closer.
I ain't being in the front.
Yeah, I got you.
And then could you please put this one in 2 squares back?
Yeah.
Perfect. You find yourselves surrounded by zombies. And then we have our little friend, a little minion friend. Initiative. Dun, 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 dun. Arden, you had said you got a 20,
Yes.
right?
I
Okay.
got 23. I got not 20, dude. I'm sorry.
What did you get?
10.
10. You got 10. All right.
A little slow on the uptake there. Ooh, ichor.
You were very,
Still
you
looking
were,
at the
you were
tree.
quite distracted. Well, Ivy, it is safe to say you go first.
Okay, I am going to use Thorn Whip and on this tiny little guy right there.
Okay, you're gonna use the Thorn Whip.
Yep.
How does Thorn Whip work? Do you just, is it a saving throw?
What's the range?
It's a spell attack.
Yes, it's a spell attack.
Okay,
Yes.
30
so feel
feet.
free to make your attack.
Okay. So first gotta make the attack. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
You hit.
Okay.
With that, you hit. Roll for
For
damage or
1d6.
whatever Thorn Whip. may ill affect this creature.
Square D6.
Oh yeah, goodness gracious. 3.
You do 3. You grab this flaming creature by the neck and you whip it, and it has not quite disappeared yet.
Oh.
After Ivy's turn, it is Arden's character's turn.
So Marcus is going to turn to the zombie that's right around on this side of him, and he's going to charge it
Okay.
and make an attack
All right.
with his long sword. Damn it.
What did you roll?
That's a 7.
Okay, that's a 7. You're going to miss.
All right.
That zombie is going to go and is going to make an attack. What is your armor class?
19.
The zombie will also miss, scraping off of your armor. Now, the zombie behind everyone will go and it will attack the wizard, who is very preoccupied right now. What is your armor class?
12.
currently? The zombie will also miss.
Oh, excellent. Whoa.
It is your turn.
Yeah, I'm just going to take a 5-foot step away. Ooh, and then cast Mage Armor.
Okay, you cast Mage Armor. Boom! You are now shielded.
I now have 15 AC, and I have 9 temporary hit points because of my School of Magic.
Excellent. You have temporary hit points. Perfect. We're going to have the next zombie go and attack China's character, Ivy.
Oh no.
It absolutely dismally misses you and falls flat.
Oh no.
Trip. Give the guy a break. He was just born.
Yeah, that's true.
The druid who stands before you says, "I shall leave this to you," and runs off. And with that, we shall take a short break. Please stay tuned.
McKinnon, overrated, insane, slow, terrible, absolutely.
Hang on, what are you two benders talking about over there? Do you even know what you're talking about?
Yeah, I know what I'm talking about, you hoser. What are you gonna do, huh? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
And we're back. Last where we left off, our players were locked in combat with vile zombies that have popped out of these oozing trees. And now it would be the pygmy's turn.
Oh, he can do it.
It runs into the middle of your party.
Oh, I can attack of opportunity.
Yes, make your attack.
Sweeto. As I'm just backpedaling from the zombie, casting Mage Armor, look and go, well, that's a short thing I don't like, and poke at it. And that's a total of 7.
7 will miss. It beelines for the middle of all of you, and it trembles and it explodes.
Oh, well.
Everyone make a reflex save.
Okay.
What is that adding again?
That's just your dex.
That is a 12.
12? Okay.
16. Nice.
8.
Well, you save. You do not save.
Yep.
You just make it.
Great.
You take 2 points of damage, you take 2 points of damage, and I'm sorry to say you take 4 points of damage
4. Okay.
in the explosion. Please remove the pygmy from the board.
Can I borrow one of your guys' pencils real quick?
Yep.
Yes,
I came unprepared.
that's fine.
Pencils for everyone.
I bring plenty of pencils.
I will.
Always the mark of a good DM. 30 pencils left ready.
The pygmy has been removed from combat. Sarkita, it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna.
Not Ivy. It is your turn.
I'm gonna transform into a lion,
All right, you transform into a lion.
and because I am part of the moon class, I am going to then attack with a bite on the guy that has just attacked me.
The guy who fell over. Go
Yes.
for it.
10.
10 will hit though.
Oof. Okay, that's gonna do 1d8 plus 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage.
You do 8 damage. You destroy the zombie.
Yay.
It is mush.
Bar.
That zombie is gone. You have gone. Marcus, it is your turn.
Due to my Warcaster feat, I'm going to cast a cantrip Firebolt on that one and then make a standard basic attack on that one.
Okay, go for it.
So for the save for that is a 14 spell save. I rolled a
Fails.
okay, so it fails. So it's going to take a D10. 3. Do I add anything to that?
No.
Okay, so it's 3 damage.
3 damage. You
to
have
that one.
wounded this zombie.
And then a 13 versus that zombie's AC for my sword.
How much was it?
13 versus that
A
zombie.
13 versus the AC. You connect.
Awesome. 2 damage plus 6, so 8.
8 damage. You cleave the zombie in half.
Sweet.
Swipe.
It is also a new pile of goop to be added to the mix. Marcus has gone. The zombie that is wounded is all that remains, and it goes to attack the wizard again. It pursues.
Get away from me.
What is your armor class?
Now it's 15.
It misses. It bounces off of your ethereal plate. Boom. It is now your turn.
Well, now I'm going to take another 5 footsteps so I don't get smacked again. I'm just going to wave around my wand, say the magic words, and blast it with a ray of frost.
Blast it with a ray of
Spell
frost.
attack. So this is a 11 against AC.
11 against it. You connect. It starts to freeze over.
So it gets dealt 4 damage, 4 cold damage, and it has minus 10 movement.
Well, 4 damage on top of the damage that it already took is enough to fell this zombie. It crinkles in giant hunks of ice and shatters to the floor. You are now find yourselves in a quiet but sickly orchard. Ahead of you lies the mansion. What do you do?
Well, who is that?
I would assume one of the brigands that the man had talked about.
Do I remember any distinguishing markers about the person who ran away?
They were dressed quite like a druid, actually, but of a more sinister kind.
Friend of yours?
Can I make a Can I make an investigation check to see if there's anything odd that I can discover about this encounter? That is a 21.
You notice that in the middle of this explosion and scorched earth is a stick.
Okay.
That was not there when you last checked.
All right, I'm gonna point over to Ardent and be like, "Yo, wizard, over here.
Yeah.
Check out this. This.
It's a staff.
It's a staff.
Yes.
Oh.
Left by the imp, I would assume.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic on it.
You cast Detect Magic. You know for certain that the imp is the staff, and that you could potentially wield it depending on your location. It'll change into something else. It appears slightly depleted at the moment, though.
Oh, poor things that have magical energy. Oh, well, give it about a day's rest, and it should be up top next time.
Sounds good.
I'm going to stack. I'm just going to put this long staff into my bag.
Yes, you have a magical bag that lets you carry a lot of things.
Yep, the handy haversack, bottomless bag, basically. Well, I guess we only got one way to go now.
I say we pursue.
The only way to go is up to the manor. Set against the sweeping cliffside stands the smooth-worked stones of the Blue Leaf Mansion. Laced with intertwining patterns of blue-painted vines cut right into the walls, this must have been a beautiful to behold before ages of neglect took hold. Black moss and red ivy choke the manor to its foundation. The building's simple box-like symmetry is broken only by its small but recognizable Wizard's Tower on its right front-facing side. It boasts a very few slits passing as windows along the second floor. Its front double doors are unhinged, laying shattered within the archway of the disheveled cloakroom.
Well, it's a shame. Looks like a pretty building.
So the person we're looking for was inside?
Probably.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you watched that person run inside because you were facing the way.
Well, him and the woman, I would assume.
There was no woman with them currently.
The man's wife.
Oh yes, you assume that she is inside. Yes.
I go up to the door and start swatting at it.
You swat at the already broken door. There's the piece on its hinges.
Yes.
Yes. You swat playfully.
Swat.
Good line.
It entertains you.
Yay.
Well, like there goes going the back route. Hello? I open the door.
Before you is a cloakroom. This cloakroom has far too many coat stands of all different styles and sizes. Many lay strewn on the ground, while a few stand proudly draped with half a dozen mismatched cloaks. The far wall has a pair of double doors that appear to lead deeper into the mansion.
Oh.
Exciting. It's covered in coats and coat racks.
Is there an unlit, like, torch or candle?
No, this room is dark. And unfortunately, we're going to have to stop there for now.
It's a good thing I see in the dark.
All right, everyone. That was Heroes of the Helm. Please stay tuned for more. Look at some WTOP shows. See you next time.
What up, it's your man Flo Rida, and right now you got it locked to WTOP.
People think I'm trash, but they're wrong. Today I'm just an aluminum can, but one day I could be a stadium.